Welcome to the beginner video series for the GRE. In this video we are discussing the chapter geometry, and in that we are specifically discussing about triangles. This is the second video of the series about triangles. If you have not watched the first part, please go through it before you watch this. The first concept that we are covering is about the area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is half times base times height. For instance, let's say this is a right angled triangle. If this is the base and this is the height, area would be half times b times h. Now I have taken this side as the base. You can also take this as the base. You can also take this as the base. Any side can be taken as base. Let's explore this in some detail. Okay, let's say this is a triangle with the vertices ABC, and area we know is half times base times height. Let's assume AB to be the base. If AB is the base, what is the height? Height is the perpendicular distance from the opposite vertex to the base. Again, height is the perpendicular distance from the opposite vertex, which is C here, to the base, which is AB. So perpendicular distance from C to AB. Let this point be D. Height is CD. Okay. Height is the perpendicular distance from the opposite vertex to the base. Now, of course, if I draw a line like this, it won't be perpendicular to AB. So here height is outside the triangle. So heights can be outside the triangle. Let's take another side as the base. Let's take AC as the base. If we take AC as the base, what is the height? Height is the perpendicular distance from the opposite vertex. For AC, the opposite vertex would be B, from the opposite vertex to the base. Base is AC. Let this point be E. So here height is BE. You can also take BC as the base. You will get a different height. So any side can be the base, and height depends on base. As you change the base, height also changes. Now the next concept that we are going to discuss is about equilateral triangles. Equilateral triangle is a triangle in which all the sides are equal and all the internal angles are also equal. All the angles are equal to 60 degrees. Now how do you find area of an equilateral triangle? Of course, you can apply the formula half times base times height. That applies to any triangle. But in an equilateral triangle, there is a special formula to find the area of a triangle. And that is root 3 upon 4 side square. Root 3 by 4 into side square. This you have to remember. Area of a triangle or area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 times side square. And you also have to know how to find the height of an equilateral triangle. Now here all the heights are same because all the bases are same, right? So height of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 2 times side. These are the two formulas that you have to remember. Equilateral triangle is one of the most frequently asked triangles. So these are two important formulas to memorize. Let's move ahead. Maximum and minimum area of a triangle. I want you to pause and give this question a try. I hope you have done so. Now let's do it together. There are two sides 6 and 8. We have to find the range of the area of this triangle. Let's take any side as the base. Let's take 8 as the base, and 6 is attached to this vertex. We know area is half times base times height. We have assumed 8 to be the base, right? And this is the third side. Height is this length, the perpendicular distance from this opposite vertex to the base. Now as you bring this 6 closer to 8, as you bring this 6 closer to the base, what do you notice? You notice that the height decreases. If you bring it further closer, the height would again decrease. There would come a point where 6 and 8 are almost on top of each other. In that case, this height would be negligible, would be very close to 0. I'm not talking about the third side, I'm talking about this length, this height. Height would become very close to 0 if 6 is very close to 8. Now if height is very close to 0, area is also very close to 0, because when you multiply something with 0, it becomes 0. When you multiply a number with something very close to 0, it also becomes very close to 0. So the minimum area can be anything greater than 0. It cannot be 0 because a triangle cannot have 0 area. Now to find the maximum area, we have to maximize the height, right? Base is fixed. When height is maximum, the area is maximum. So we'll take this 6 away from the base. When we do that, we realize that the height increases. Okay, here 6 and 8 are perpendicular. If we further incline this 6, we realize that the height drops, height decreases. Height is maximum when 6 is the height itself. So the maximum area is half times 8 times 6, which is 24. Okay. Area is minimum when height is minimum, area is maximum when height is maximum. So here the maximum area is 24. Now area cannot be 0, but it can be equal to 24. So area is greater than 0 but less than equal to 24. For this case, the area is 24. It can be equal to 24. Okay. So there is one important concept here, that is area of a triangle is maximum when it's a right angled triangle, or if two sides are given to you, area is maximum when those two sides are perpendicular, or when it's a right angled triangle. I hope this is clear. If two sides are given to you, area is maximum when it's a right angled triangle. Let's move ahead. The next concept is median splits triangle equally. Okay, let's understand this. Let's say this is a triangle with base B and height H. Now let's say I draw median. What's a median? Median basically is side bisector. Median means side bisector, which bisects the side. Let's say I draw this median which bisects this side. Now this length is B by 2. This length is also B by 2. Area of this whole triangle, this bigger triangle, is half times B times H, because base is B, height is H. What is the area of this part of the triangle? It's again half into base into height, but here base is B by 2 and height is still H, because the perpendicular distance from this vertex to the base is still H. So area is half times B by 2 times H. Now you would realize this area is half of this area. So this triangle is half the area of the bigger triangle. Similarly for this smaller triangle, area is half times base is B by 2 times height is H. Now this area is also half of this area. So we get that median splits a triangle into two triangles which have equal areas, or median divides a triangle into two triangles of equal areas. Let's take another case. Let's take another case to understand this. Let's say this is a perpendicular line to the base. It's perpendicular to the base. And I have drawn this triangle. Here also the base of the triangle is B and height is the perpendicular distance from the opposite vertex to the base, which is h again. So the area of this triangle is half BH. Let's say I draw a perpendicular now. From this vertex, sorry, not a perpendicular, but a side bisector or a median. I draw a median. What is the area of this triangle? Area is half times base times height. Base is b by 2 and height is h. So again, this triangle has half the area of the entire triangle. This triangle is also half times b by 2 times h. This has also half the area of the bigger triangle. So again we get that median divides a triangle into two triangles of equal areas. This was the last concept. With this we come to the conclusion of this video. See you in the next one. Thank you.